My name is Calvin. Today I'm going to be going over a method I like to use to teach people the Hyperloop. I'm also going to be going over some entrances, exits, and some variations that I've learned over the years. Let's get started. So there are 3 steps to this method. The first step is going to be a trick called the bounce that was taught to me by my friend Zach. It looks something like this. And we're going to throw a Hyperloop. And then we're going to learn how to catch a Hyperloop. Like so. So, let's get started. For the first step, you're going to start with just one hand, spinning to your right or your left if you want to mirror me. For this, I'm going to be spinning to my right, and I'm going to be talking about it from a mirrored point of view. So spinning to your left, you're going to put your right hand up, palm facing down, catch that poi in your hand, and repeat this several times. It can be easier to catch the poi closer to the string and the top of the poi head if you're using heavier, larger contact poi. Then you want to use your other hand, spin inwards, left hand facing up, catch the poi. Again, it can be easier closer to the string because you're going to have a handle in your hand as well when you do this trick, so it'll be easier to have both the handle and the poi in your hand. So now that you've practiced that, let's spin both poi, split time same direction, and you're going to catch them simultaneously. Again, your left hand facing up, your right hand facing down. So spinning to your left, catch both poi at the same time, and get comfortable with that until you can do it every time. And once you get there, the next trick, or part of the trick, is the tricky part. So, you're going to want to cross your tethers right in the center, but instead of doing it horizontally, you want to spin and split time same direction and do it on your wall plane and catch both of the poi in your hand. And you want to hit the exact center of the string, because if it's not, it's going to be a lot harder to catch the poi. For example, if I were to hit it like that, it's not going to want to go right into my hand. So, practice that. It'll take some time, but the reason we're doing it is to train you to muscle memory how to hit the center of the string perfectly every single time. That's the key to pulling off a good-looking Hyperloop. So, you also can practice this in your other direction, like I mentioned earlier. And once you have it in both directions, you can bounce it back and forth, which is why it's called a bounce. Now that you have your bounce, a key part to getting used to it is making sure that when you catch the poi in your left hand, the hand that's facing up, you want it to be on the outside of your hand, and you want the handle to be on the inside of your hand. And the other hand facing down, you want to catch the poi on the inside, have the handle on the outside near your fingers, so that if you look, the handles are opposite each other. So you're going to turn from your wall plane, bring it into your buzzsaw plane, and turn your bottom hand inwards so that it's facing you, but make sure that handle stays again on the opposite side. What you're going to do is rotate it on an axis as if you were doing an isolation and throw it at yourself, and then pull both your strings straight to the side in your buzzsaw plane. So from here, straight out, okay? Like so. And when you pull, the fact that the knot is exactly in the center will cause the Hyperloop to happen naturally. So you want to do this over and over and over and feel it out. Feel what it feels like to pull a Hyperloop. So once you get comfortable with throwing your Hyperloops, try moving it around your head. For example, get comfortable with it. You can also turn the plane that you're on. Okay? So now we're going to go to the final step. We're, instead of doing this bounce, going to not catch the poi and bring our hands inside of the buzzsaw plane, outwards. And we're going to do what's called catching a hyperloop. So aim for the centers of your string like you would do the bounce. Turn and pull. So essentially with a hyperloop, you can come in from any side right here, or on this side and forward, or you can do it from reverse on the same two sides, as long as the strings cross and you pull. So, that being said, practice entering from any side, and then you can always come out the same side or the opposite side by pushing it. You come in with both hands and the poi are on the outside of your hands, right? When you come into your hyperloop, both of the poi are on the inside. When you come out, you want to push both poi to the outside. Check it out. Check it out. Right? Now, this takes a lot of practice. Getting out's definitely not as easy. I still have that trouble with it, for sure. But some other variations you can do with the hyperloop, moving it in an anti-spin, around your head, below your feet. Oops. You can do it behind your back, under your leg, do a switch, right? You come out of it. You can also pull it back and forth, around in a circle. And another thing, if you know how to do a corkscrew, it's really good to learn how to do a horizontal hyperloop. You can pull from either direction. Now that is a lot. I wouldn't even know how to begin to tell you how to get out of that. I got out of it via Tangle, and there are a lot of tutorials on Tangles. So if you would like any links to those, I can hook you up. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it helped you catch that hyperloop, get that orbital, and find a way out. It looks cool though. Have fun and flow often.